Periods. Romanesque period. This site might have housed another construction prior to the architectural testimony preserved. References to two churches located in Avilés dedicated to St. John the Baptist and St. Mary, found in the Book of Testaments, are in fact counterfeits by the Bishop Pelayo, 1101 to 1130, while being, on the other hand, a clear example of the situation of the prelate at that time. Nevertheless, as long as this hypothesis is not confirmed, the only preserved remains, the western facade and northern window and facade, belong to a Romanesque temple dated by the end of the 12th century. It is a single-nave church with semicircular presbytery preceded by straight section, its plan being unknown though. Proto-Gothic period. The Chapel of Our Lady of Las Alas was already built in 1346. It's a funeral chapel for the burials of members of the promoting family. It was designed as a great freestanding cube with a remarkable ashlar and a very original vault. It displayed a clear European influence, and it is thought to have been built during a transitional period known as Proto-Gothic. An alabaster altarpiece of English origin representing the joys of the Virgin was preserved inside until the Civil War. We only got to know it in photographs, as it disappeared after the conflict. The 7 panels illustrated St. Catherine, the Annunciation, the Epiphany, the Resurrection of Christ, the Assumptionist incredulity of St. Thomas, the Coronation of the Virgin, and St. Margaret. Gothic and Renaissance periods. During the late Middle Ages and until the 16th century, several chapels were added to the former parish church on either side of the nave, from feet to head, mostly devoted to family funerals. Located in the northern area, the Chapel of Our Lady of the Assumption, or of the Angels, stands out among the rest. It was built in 1499 by Pedro Solis, protonotary of the Pope Alexander VI, to bury his family. We should particularly highlight both its elegant shape from the late Gothic and its ornamental designs, which link it with the Cathedral of Oviedo. In 1591, Pedro Menéndez de Avilés' remains were placed in the niche next to the Gospel by the main altar. Baroque period. By the mid-17th century, the old Romanesque structure was in bad condition, so the municipality decided to extend and vault the church. The classicist project of Juan de Celis, 1658, was modified during the performance of the works by Master Simon Tio to replace the barrel vault by a rib vault in order to provide the inside with greater strength and beauty. The works ended in 1662. The Chapel of Christ was rebuilt in 1729, where the former Chapel of the Rosary was placed. Its facade was preserved. '20th century. In 1849, after the secularization of the local Franciscan convent, the government approved the parish church to be moved to the confiscated building. From then on, and except for certain temporary occasions, the old building was no longer used until 1922, when refurbishment works were started to make it habitable for the Franciscan friars who were coming back to Avilés. At the same time, a residence for the friars was being built, where the old sacristy was formerly located. This residence was connected to the choir by means of a flyover. In the second half of the 20th century, it was extended to surround the whole main chapel without following the architectural design of the building, though. Nowadays, and after the refurbishment works performed by the architects Cosme Cuenca and Jorge Evia, the mistaken residence building was demolished and the temple remarkably recovered its former appearance. The Temple of the Franciscan Fathers, the old parish of St. Nicholas,